Hi guys, this is Sabine from zennumerostar.com. Today's video is about inspired actions and what they are and what they're not. I got an email this week about how to get contact and how about initiating contact if it was going against the natural process of manifestation and so on. This is an important question actually because we need to discuss the difference between acting from a human perspective living in the 3D with acting from your imagination and feelings, which I call, as you know, your energetic signature. After all, you will see your specific person in the 3D, and so logically speaking, you're under the impression that you're interacting with your SP within your 3D only. And obviously, when you say that to me, I understand where you're coming from. Now, let's take an example with an object. This will illustrate my point. Let's say that you are manifesting a new laptop. You're not going to interact in the 3D with your new laptop, as in going to the shop and try to convince the laptop that it is yours and it should be at home right now instead of being at the shop. Bad laptop, you, not behaving as I want, right? Of course, you're going to tell me that you wouldn't be acting like that because it is not the laptop's fault that it's not at home with you, right? I'm not blaming you, obviously. What I'm saying is that you are the driver of the process, and so you cannot expect your desire to behave in your preferred way just by interacting with it in your 3D. So you see where this is going. When you take action from your 3D and expect a reaction from your SP, it is only because you have incorrectly believed that your SP, being a human being like yourself, is bound to be suggestible to your actions. When you think that way, it is because you have not completely grasped the fact that everything, including your SP, can only be manifested from your quantum bubble, meaning from your inner world. And the fact that they are flesh and blood, like us, doesn't make any difference, simply because the manifestation process is the same, whether you want a situation with an SP or an object. Why is that? Because you want either of them for the emotion that they trigger in you. Now, coming back to the situation where you want the contact from your SP. Imagine for a minute that you are in a committed relationship with your SP. That's the situation, the new situation, okay? So would you hesitate to call them because you forgot to ask them to bring back a baguette for dinner? Obviously not. You would take your phone and you would only wonder if they are still in the supermarket or near a bakery or already on their way back home. So when you are asking yourself how the SP is going to react to your texting, if you wonder if they are going to text back, all along wishing they had initiated the contact, you are not manifesting. You are only using force. And on top of that, you have determined that contacts with your SP was the problem to fix before being in a relationship. And so you're trying to mess with the middle in the hope that once that issue is fixed, you will be able to focus on a relationship with them. God, there is so much to say about this, right? Okay, let's start by the beginning. You know, I'm a huge fan of listing what I want because it helps me to focus on the situation at hand and where I need to be focusing on. Anyway, so these are the questions that you could ask yourself. So what is my preferred situation with my SP? Is it a texting relationship I am after, or is it a physical relationship? By the way, there is nothing wrong to be wanting to be in a texting relationship. This is actually quite a great solution or distraction if you want. If you are manifesting your SP, for instance, and you would love to feel good on your journey by enjoying some texting with another person, just as a rehearsal process, if you will. As long as it's a win-win situation, it's all good. Anyway, you need to be clear with yourself, because if you keep on manifesting only some texting, it could take you longer than manifesting the relationship. That must sound crazy to you right now, but that's because when you focus on the relationship, it obviously implies that there is communication between the two of you, you see. And focusing on the relationship will ease the intensity that you might have put on the texting itself. Now, texting has to do with the communication style. So, my advice is to list everything that will make you happy in your ideal relationship with your SP, and clearly mention the type of communication you expect to have with your SP. Then go and relax, because your desire is taking place in the background. So, to recap, interacting with your SP from your 3D is not your best course of action. Get back to something easier, which is to list everything you want, from the type of relationship you want to experience, and detail how many times you want to be contacted a day, if you want to laugh during those communications, if your SP understands you intuitively, if they challenge you, if you like intellectual conversations, for instance, that type of thing. Now, as you may know, I have written a book on how to get your SP back, and it comes also with 13 daily reminders that explain further a few points or mention something ad hoc to help you in your manifestation. It is below $15, and you get all the process quite detailed actually, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, if I'm being honest. Thank you for watching this video. As you know, I do believe in you. I know that you can do it, and on that note, happy manifesting.